Hello everyone, it's Arielle.
Hi, Thomas.
And today we're both going to be learning low barrel roll. So this is definitely something that even seasoned acrobats still have no idea how to do it correctly or even verbalize it. And I'm going to attempt to try that today. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to do this while I attempt this barrel roll. Please be in mind, flyers, if at any point in time you find yourself extremely confused with orientation, up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left, that is completely normal. You're probably going to see that a lot with me right now, but please be aware, if something's just confusing, please remember when it comes to saying, oh, right hand, left hand, sometimes it's a little bit hard because it can be inversed. So please remember those nonverbal cues of either waving a hand, squeezing a hand, or tapping a toe, whatever it may be, so that way you and your base are in the same communication. All right, getting started. We're gonna enter through our side star, which you should already be basically pros at. Side star, into our straddle bat, also pros at. So for this grip, I'm gonna take the right flyer's right hand and the base's left hand. We're just gonna match. We're gonna get into our bird the exact same way that you would push up like you're getting ready for a TikTok. So I'm driving, foot down, pushing up here. This is where it gets spicy. I'm gonna take the hand that is closest to my body, I'm gonna move it up and I'm gonna check the time and give it to my base. I'm able to put pressure into both of these, but strongly in the hand that is closest to my body. For the base, they're going to then cross their feet and turn their heels out as much as they possibly can. If you can't get your heel turned out, try to use the flyer's weight by them slowly.
Rotate this.
Oh, I almost forgot. See, we're learning together. Rotate this hand too. Slowly lower that weight, and I'm really trying to keep my orientation in front of me. We don't want to turn sideways. The moment I rotate the weight, then the base can naturally turn his feet to a position that's more comfortable, and I am now in another side star. We're just now going to tip on over. We'll do that one more time. Check the time, rotate that bottom hand like I forgot. I feel the base coming across. I'm going to present my hip by slowly dropping it and keeping my chest and orientation parallel to my base. Cartwheeling over to straddle bat. Now, different hand position that Thomas is going to remind me about. So the base, please pay attention in the video because I'm upside down, so this is significantly harder for me. But flyers, basically I took my hand, it's like I'm trying to look up at Thomas. But we're going to push down, same exact concept, but we end up in normal bird hands. I slowly drop my hip over, and we're just gonna stay connected, right? And then I cartwheel over. Correcto? So bases have the harder job here of being a nice strong platform for the flyers. Flyers, to get ready, we push into that top hand, into the bird. Wait for it, keep my orientation parallel. Oh, which one? Oh, this way. See, we're learning together.
Oops.
No matter what happens, even if you get janked up on the arms, because when I tell you, this is the most confusing, this is why nobody does this. Whatever happens, if you keep it slow, you're perfectly safe. Even if me and Thomas jank up our arms and we're like, what's happening? Look at how slow I can go by keeping 3 points of contact at all points of time. Even if our hands were backwards. So if there's anything that you get from this is screw the hands, keep 3 points of contact, and keep it nice and slow. No, we're missing this hand. Nice and slow.
Oops.
You're fine. And then back to the straddle bat. I don't know. Nice and slow. So even with janky hands and confusion being upside down, as long as you have 3 points of contact and you keep everything nice and slow, this is truly extremely safe. Now with my spotters, as we're trying to figure this out, I want all of my spotters to basically stand behind and follow the hips, but mainly as I start to lift up, whatever position that be, I want my spotters to follow the head of the shoulders of the flyer, forgive me. So that way,
Oops.
if at any point in time, something funky happens, it's always protecting the flyer's face. When they start to cartwheel over,
Oh, sorry.
just follow the hips. Thomas, you have any points?
The really tricky part is on top, when the base places a second foot. A lot of times, flyer is still has the hips tilted upwards, and they're afraid to lower the hips. But if they lower the hips too fast, they tend to roll over. And if they're too slow, the base might lose a balance out this way because they have to be ready to receive on that side. Part of the tricky part for the base is, see how right now my feet are kind of hip widths apart? Whenever the flyer's on only one foot, you have to bring your foot over the center of your body. And so when the transition from one foot to the next, you have to also transition from one foot being in my center to the other foot being in my center. And that whole transition can be tricky, the whole foot rotation can be tricky, lots of tricky things.
But it becomes less tricky if we work together and think slow, slow, and 3 points of contact. Don't forget your exit to get out. We're just gonna tick-tock out, choose a side, Thomas. Perfect.
Nice.
Thank you. So overall, if the hands become a little janky, it's okay, take it easy. Try to fill the pathway out first, nice and slowly together with both verbal and nonverbal communication. Use a spot to protect the flyer's head, and of course follow and help out with that pathway finding. But good luck. I needed it, you'll need it too. Have a good one.